Leela and the crew were assigned to host a wedding ceremony. Zoidberg tried to sneak some food and got smacked for it, but Leela couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Turns out Fry had been replaced and no one noticed. They had to entertain the guests and even join the dancing, since this was clearly a species that loved to fight for fun. Even after returning home, nobody realized Fry had changed, not even when he started acting overly eager to serve everyone. The truth went back 23 years. After Fry got injured, he asked for time off. The professor agreed and decided to buy a temporary replacement worker. That's how Frank came in, a guy who was completely miserable at first. But after spending time working there, he slowly became cheerful until he found out Fry was coming back. During a mission to dispose of old library books, Frank accidentally got left behind on a planet, and right then Fry returned, so no one noticed anything wrong. It wasn't until 23 years later, while preparing for this wedding, that they finally remembered Frank. They decided to swing by and pick him up, only to find him completely broken and unstable. Frank had changed. He hypnotized everyone into believing he was Fry. The real Fry was forgotten, but Leela sensed something wasn't right and chose to stay close to her real family. Later, when everyone tried to talk about whether something felt off, they still didn't realize Fry was the problem. They thought again about the abandoned Frank and returned to that same planet where they found Fry dirty and unkempt, but Frank hypnotized them again. It wasn't until Fry pulled out an old photo that he finally broke Frank's hypnosis. Frank confessed that for all 23 years he'd been studying that hypnosis book, jealous of Fry's easy life. He tried to run away stealing their ship, but an accident occurred. Now Frank planned to destroy everyone. The crew took advantage of a distraction when Frank got caught up chasing a giant bug to get back on the ship and escape, leaving Frank behind once more. But even then, Leela couldn't quite accept how sloppy and scruffy the real Fry had become.